this offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on an absolute platter for him.
Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Now here's James. 8 points for him. That's good. LeBron's got 10 points.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
And the Suns here with a different look. Brandon Wright's checked in for Alex Len. Warren comes in for Morris. PJ Tucker, he's checked in for Morris. And Knight subbed in for Gerald Green.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Suns trail by 10.
You know, the Phoenix Suns have actually drawn a lot of influence from the Boston Celtics. They've hired several personnel people in the management and on the coaching staff from the Celtics organization, and they've even implemented the Tom Thibodeau-style defensive system that originated with that Celtic club back in the day. And the early lead just keeps...
Oh! How about that basketball, man? Wow. Up high and down hard with the one-hand.
Got a little extra force with that one, didn't he?
You know, I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. A nice shot by Tucker.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
And they double up James. LeBron left side. From the top of the key, he buries it. James has got 12.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
And Thornton kicks to right. Mozgov with the block. Dishes to LeBron. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 14 points for LeBron.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Brandon Wright. PJ Tucker is out there with Warren. Then there's Gerald Green. And it's Knight in the 1 spot.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and then excellent transition offense.
Well, it all stems from the aggressive defense. And when you attack defensively and you can force some mistakes, now it's off to the races.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Suns are the talk of the Valley, but that's not all that's going on in Phoenix. USA Basketball is building a huge new $350 million training facility here. The over 10-acre site is scheduled to open in the fall of 2015. And guys, the Suns hoping those superstar players warm up to Phoenix in their time here.
And that couldn't hurt in free agency. Thanks, Doris. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Knight for three. And Shumpert pulls it down.
J.R. Smith going from one of his best seasons in 2012-13 to one of his worst a year ago. I think his knee surgery in the offseason really got him off to a slow start. He didn't have the same bounce in his step, and he didn't find his game until late in the season.
Down low. It's tipped. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Here's Knight.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run out, Steve. That's perfection to me.
And now Warren running the floor all by himself. Green with the ball. Now Smith defending. Tucker dishes to Wright. Feeds to Knight. 6 to shoot. Pass to Tucker. And the jumper is on the mark. And now it's only a 5-point Cleveland lead.
Well, you talk about Smith's knee holding him back. It does make sense. I mean, his rebounding and rate of scoring both went down, but he shot well from outside and increased his assist totals. And that speaks to him playing around his knee issue a bit.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Alex Lenz checked in for Wright. Markieff Morris comes in for Warren. Marcus Morris is checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Brandon Knight.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
And Smith shooting poorly to start last season, but his play improved as the season wore on, Steve.
Yeah, and as his knee rounded into form, I think he got more comfortable, and we saw that in how he finished the season.
Back to Shumpert. Takes the three. Smith missing again. Suns trailed by 5. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
And that one is stuffed right through. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Thompson misses. For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And Green slams it in.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
For three, Smith. They grabbed their own miss. And another miss by Cleveland. The Suns trail.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Second team foul.
Sean Marion, he's checked in for James. The drive by Green. Morris. Shot is off. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Mozgov passes to Shumpert. Off target from three-point range.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. It's good. This game is all even. Here's Smith. He has 6. Marion, right side. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And as a 78% foul shooter last season, he was pretty steady at the line.
Give it up for your Suns.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson is out there with Mozgov. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Marion in the 3 spot.
The Cavs just never really built any consistency last year for long stretches. And, you know, when that happens, it's hard to get wins away from home.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
And it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Cleveland, as you said, struggling on the road last year, only 14 road wins. That's not going to cut it. Well, a big part of the problem for Cleveland last year was talent on the roster, so you can assume things will be different. Clark on the road for him this season.
Things are going to be different in a lot of ways as long as LeBron is leading the way. And they'll be on the same page. He'll make sure of that. So look for a lot different outcomes in Cleveland.
Thompson comes with the double team. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Outside for Bledsoe. Lets the 3 fly. Shot is good. The Cavaliers lead. Get down to just 2 points with the bucket from Morris.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Out to Shumpert. The 3. Another miss by Shumpert.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass. What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
It's stolen by Morris. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Suns here with a different look. Brandon Wright's checked in for Len. Warren comes in for Markieff Morris. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And Knight subbed in for Gerald Green. And then for Cleveland, James checked in for Marion. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Shumpert. Knight dishes to Warren. Rejected by Mozgov. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And LeBron throws it down.
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith, just tremendous range on his shot and a great skill level overall. He can handle, pass, and finish. He can really get up high and finish in transition with some explosiveness. Just an electric player.
J.R. Smith.
And I'm sensing, guys, this game really starting to swing their way.
To me, it seems like they're taking charge as their lead gets more and more comfortable.
P.J. Tucker, a rookie second-rounder with the Raptors back in 2006, 2007. Really barely played then, and then spent the next 5 seasons playing abroad, trying to find a spot to play. Finally returning to the Suns over the last 2 seasons. He has really established a niche. A tough defender, good rebounder, excellent all-around player.
Timeout called, the Suns.
You know, P.J. Tucker capturing that starting small forward job with the Suns after only 2 months, very impressive. He was not a perimeter shooter 2 seasons ago. As a matter of fact, coming out of college, he was known more for his energy and defense, but last season, he really developed